For anyone that doesn't know Footprints Women's Centre, it was established over 31 years ago now, and it is a charity that was set up and is dedicated to working to provide essential services to women and children. It's situated in the Cullen area, and it is an area of high disadvantage and need. And we have 24 staff at the minute. And as Lisa was talking about, they're all staff. They are in the majority local women. And you know, it is, I suppose, that our first point in trying to make a positive change in women, local women, and the local communities' lives is that we are one of the community's largest employers, and in also the women that employ, there's many barriers that are there that we as an organisation try to act as innovators in how we work and what we do. The services we provide are childcare, training, food services, women and family support, and also we operate a social enterprise approach to our work. We established our first social enterprise, which is our childcare, in 1997, and it is still, a very much needed local business and very much used both by local women and also by our staff as well. It's certainly a way that we can recruit and retrain our staff. I have a short video just to show you Footprints, the location, and a short overview of the centre. Our partnership with PwC came about out of an initiative that Business in the Community and Urban Villages set up the Holiday Hunger Initiative, and that was 3 years ago. That was 2019, and I do thank both. It was a very forward-thinking initiative, and certainly from ourselves. The timing of it was absolutely, fantastic for us. It was just before COVID, and I have to say, this past 2 years, the partnership has been absolutely strategic to both the growth of the organisation and the sustainability. And there was, I'm trying to tie in with a few of the things that Lisa said that was really, really relevant. And I suppose the synergy of our partnership, the synergy between the two groups, really, really important. And the core aims of our centre, and that is equality, diversity, and the whole environmental and sustainability living is certainly what I think brings the two organisations together, and that has been so successful. When we first got together, there was a series of meetings, and that was, and I know Lisa explained it, PwC saying just, look, we're here and we do want to move ahead from giving that cash check and going away and leaving organisations. But what else do you want? Certainly what we had said in 2019, some of the things remain the same, but with COVID, opened up a different range of priorities. But in the most, that was looking at supporting us with networking. It was supporting us with our digital infrastructure, and it was also supporting us in getting our strategic framework robust. We went through a period of immense change, which brought about further challenges during COVID, and I have to say, they have certainly supported that and more. Some of the examples that have worked very well is staff mentoring, and that includes myself. We have had staff, and PwC have set up buddy systems. Our marketing officer was paired up with one of PwC's senior managers, and to be able to lift your phone and ask for advice, of one of the top businesses, for that support is a wonderful thing, and that goes with any aspect of our work. We feel very, very comfortable in lifting the phone to both Benny, who's the PwC's purpose manager, and Catherine Dolliver, who is our community contact officer, and asking. Myself, I was provided with 4 weeks executive coaching by one of their, senior managers. As an organisation, we never would have been able to afford that, and certainly going through as an organisation what we have during the past 2 years, it has been absolutely fantastic for me to get that focus and support. PwC also supplied us with a team. Last year we commenced a review of our strategic plan in, again, looking at post-COVID and the next couple of years ahead as an organisation, and the challenges and the new challenges that were there. And 3 of their senior managers were put in place as a team, and a wonderful team, a wonderful, knowledgeable, experienced team who work so well with us as an organisation, spent time getting to know us and getting to the organisation, and commenced the review last year and are back again this year updating, because as you know, for organisations there's constant change, the cost of living crisis, and to make sure that our organisation is fit for purpose. We also have had a complete refurbishment of the organisation when PwC moved from their from Lanyon Place to their new landmark building. I think they donated to 51 organisations all over Northern Ireland. We were extremely lucky, and the centre has been completely transformed, and that's very, very important for us. We pride ourselves, and certainly what we think people have confidence in is delivering high quality professional services to our local community. And you know, the fixtures and fittings now are quite fitting. They have certainly transformed our organisation and supported us as an organisation. It is absolutely fantastic to be able to provide that service to your community, to be able to come in and have a beautiful building as well to provide those services to, because certainly we feel that local people deserve those professional, that whole professional environment that we have now, and anyone that does want to come up and have a look at that is you're very, very welcome coming up for a visit. There's also a great volunteering aspect. We have provided many opportunities over this past 2 years when it was certainly quite challenging during COVID. We have a large, and you seen by the video, outside space. So volunteers were able to come up and painting in the garden, working in the allotments, planting, and certainly, very, very good for us, but also very, very good for the volunteers to be able to provide experiences, to come up and see the centre firsthand, the issues, and meet our staff and build relationships with our staff and see the impact they're creating. Just 2 weeks ago in volunteering week, they came out, a team came out and repainted fencing and did some wonderful paintings, and each volunteer had this most beautiful sunflower on the fence to take away. So we also are delighted that we were able to provide very positive volunteering experiences. We do operate a social enterprise approach. As I say, we have a childcare daycare centre that we have opened in 1997. We've also a cafe deli, and we opened Northern Ireland's first community food store in 2017, and we're delighted to say there's models of that being replicated and rolled out all over Northern Ireland. And PwC have been able to support us both with donations through Reverse Santa and the networks that they have, both with PwC, been able to direct us and connect us. Just recently, one of their organisations, that another corporate partner, was able to provide us last week with some, part of a project that they have as well. So the networking with other community organisations and other business organisations, and for business organisations to come into contact with you in a way that we would never have that opportunity, we would never be able to get our foot at the door, or even go knocking at the door, has been really, really very, very effective to both the organisation and our businesses. We have, as part of the refurb within the centre, PricewaterhouseCoopers also donated a full commercial kitchen to our organisation. We have a small kitchen that we use for our daycare, but this will enable us to set up a new social enterprise that will again fit into our key aims of that whole sustainability and environmental living, of being able to use surplus and food that would go to landfill for reuse in a catering business within the community, and we are purchasing a food truck next year that will enable us to further reach out with that business. I'm trying to make sure that I get everything in here. Our young girls group, and bring relevant examples. We have a young girls group in here. We're the only organisation that's dedicated to that whole gender focused training and development of young girls. With the refurb, our IT suite was transformed in the most beautiful boardroom, and as soon as I seen it, I said, you know, that's our young girls space. That has to be for our young girls. And I was telling Benny, and he said, you know, our new building, nobody's used our boardroom yet. Why don't you get them down here? And our young girls were able to go down and had a visit to PwC, and it was so welcoming and planned. Not only did they get a good feed in their most beautiful 9th floor, staff came down and younger staff to let them know what it's like working in PwC and alternative avenues that they have, different schemes of alternatives, you know, through university or going from A-level students into work as an apprenticeship in PwC. So experiences our young girls in their leadership development is absolutely fantastic. Also Christmas, PwC are part of the Support the Black Santa campaign, and they contacted us. We have a Syrian women's group here. We have 27 families that are new to the area that meet in here on a weekly basis. So representatives from that group went down to be part of the Black Santa campaign. This year the theme was refugees, and those women were able to go down and bring their own experiences and be part of that campaign, which was supported by PwC's communications. So very motivating for them to have their issues brought not only to the Dean and that network, but also through that whole publicity and communications team. So I know I'm probably over my time as well. A very, very short run through of what is a very, very positive partnership.